This is my new vlog series that I am trying to start, and if you're interested in me continuing or you have other topics you'd like me to cover, definitely leave it down in the comments. Don't forget to like the video if you like the content that I'm about to bring you, and definitely don't forget to subscribe and mark the notification so you can see the next video as soon as it comes out. As I said in my previous video, I want to help you, those of you that are living on a very tight budget or a budget at all. For those of you that aren't shoppers, maybe it's a little advice and we'll show you how you can shop and still keep, money in your bank account, especially with these high inflation prices, of course. Now, what I do is when I need something, I try and buy in advance. I try not to let things run out, say shampoo, body wash, deodorant, those kind of things, the basic things that we all need, because otherwise we have to race out and get it when it runs out, and then we can't have a shower at that point. We got to wait, or ask someone else in the family if there is someone else that can get it. But the best thing to do is to have it in advance and have an area where you can have a little bit of an inventory of it, because then you can actually save money on it. The reason I recommend this, not because I want you to have a house full of a bunch of junk. Definitely don't want to have hoarders. Not what I'm encouraging. But to actually live on a budget. Not a big, inventory. When I say inventory, I mean small inventory. I still get the nice stuff, but I get it on a budget. I get it when it's majorly on sale. For those of you that have probably heard Black Friday, most of you may be like, oh no, I'm not a shopper, I'm not going out. I don't usually either until I started seeing some of the sales and started thinking the way I'm encouraging you to. When you need something, say some body wash, body lotion, perfume, guys cologne, face wash, whatever. Best time to get it, Black Friday usually. Or whatever your place that you like to go whenever their biggest sale is. Some stores actually have what they call semi-annual sales, like Bath and Body Works. That's one place I've found that I do like getting stuff. And if I can't get it there, I go to Walmart or the grocery store and pick up a cheaper brand. So for those of you that do that, you can be like me and get the Suave brand. Suave body wash. It is one of those brands that's a lot cheaper. It smells really pretty. It smells almost like, Bath and Body. But it's a cheaper brand. For this bottle, I believe it was like $1.88, $2, depending on where you get it. And you can see, it's a decent smell. It's really pretty. You can usually get a lotion for Suave in the body care area of your local Walmart or grocery store. That usually will go kind of along with it. Or if you have sensitive skin, they do have like an aloe vera one that you can get. Or there's, I think it's like Cetaphil, something for those that are very sensitive skin. Because I have sensitive skin also. And at one point when I was pregnant, I had to use a special lotion. But I find I like putting lotion on every shower. I shave like every other shower, every shower. Because I personally like the feeling of the soft legs and everything. And the lotion, it puts the moisture in your body that your body needs. So having the body wash and lotion kind of together, it's a nice smell. And that's one thing about me, I worry about body hygiene. I don't want to stink when I'm around people. So there's some that may not care, but that's one thing I don't want to do. And then when it comes to shampoos, there's a lot of expensive shampoos. I've studied some of the professional hair people, like on YouTube videos, talked to one of my friends that has her own hair salon. And yes, I go to her hair salon when I get my hair done, but I only do it like twice a year. It saves money when you don't do it all the time. Get the ends cut off, you get a nice little, trim. You do it usually like the spring, fall, Christmas time. And your hair looks fine the rest of the year. Now, if you're a mate that needs a more often cut, that can be different. You can, if you're married, you can have your spouse do it if they can learn how to do it. Or you might have to pay a little bit more and go a little more often to get it done, especially if you like the military haircut, like some guys do. Or you can be like my son that went from the real short buzz to the mullet. So that's another video I'll have to check out, see what he did to his hair the first time. One of the first times he had me trim it. So I don't cut it without asking them how much they want. So if they ask me to cut too much, that's on them. But I always talk to my friend and make sure that she checks it, after, and get her opinion, when they do a different haircut and see what. And she's usually pretty impressed. She showed me some of the things that, I've had to learn with that. So always be willing to learn from other people, especially if you're on a budget, because that helps save your money. But one thing I found, Tresemme, not a bad shampoo. It used to get a bad rep, but apparently from what I understand, they have changed the recipe and they're actually using coconut oil in it now, which some people like, some don't. But I've started using it. Sometimes I will mix because my hair is very testy sometimes, where I will start using one shampoo and after a while I need to switch to a different shampoo. So a lot of times I will use like Tresemme or Suave, which are some of the cheaper shampoos, and then, alternate back. What I recently started doing is I mixed a little bit of the Tresemme with some of the Suave or the Dove, and it gave me a little bit of different recipe, and sometimes even that works even better and can make your hair moisturize. It depends on what your hair needs. If you want to go spend $25, $30, $40 a bottle, you can get more of the expensive brands. Or sometimes you can just afford, to pick up an extra bottle and you just mix it with one of the others and you get almost the same result. It may end up averaging about the same amount if you add it all up, but you don't have to do it all at once. So that's just my recommendation of what I use for like shampoo and stuff. What I do after shampoo and conditioning my hair, and I don't usually use a 2-in-1 because it doesn't condition my hair enough. So what I get is the Tresemme Flawless Curls or leave-in conditioner. It's almost the same thing. This one's called a refresher, but there's also the leave-in conditioner. They're almost the same thing. Tresemme is a little bit pricier than Suave. Tresemme is anywhere from $5 to I believe $8, $9 now. It's gone up a little bit. So these little bottles are a little bit more costly than some. You can go to the Dollar Tree if you want just a simple leave-in conditioner, if it doesn't matter what you're using. But this stuff smells amazing. I love the smell of this. So that is what I use for that. And then I have started using a moisturizing mousse just to add a little bit more moisture. Being my hair seems so dry sometimes. So that's what I started using, was just the Tresemme mousse. And like I said, it literally says right on there, coconut and avocado oil. So that's just one of the newest ones I've started using for that. But getting back to what I was saying about Bath & Body, they have a semi-annual sale like once or twice a year. Usually like in the spring, I believe, to get rid of like the winter inventory. And then they just had it, I think it was like June, July. So I believe that was their second of the year. I might be wrong. But anyway, I think it's like twice a year they have it. And then what I do is they have a 75% off table. And a lot of my brands and the things I use, because I am very sensitive to smell, because of my health issue, is I take and use very minor smells. So something like a rose smell, lilac smell, a jasmine smell, those kind of things. So I pick them up. This is one I just found this last time for the 75% off sale. It was called the Freesia. But this whole bottle normally is $17. Now, for me, that would be a lot of money. And I'd be like, no, I am paying $17 for a little, for a bottle of perfume. Yeah, it will last quite a while. And I love the smells. And I love Bath & Body Works, don't get me wrong. But if I can go on the semi-annual sale and I get this for $3 to $4 when normally it's $17 to $20, yeah, I'm going to save the money. Why not? So that's what I started doing. And I started thinking about it. I'm like, why did I ever pay all that before? So what I did is I went and I picked up maybe $30 worth of merchandise. And this is the jasmine that I always use, which is a beautiful smell. It's just called Night Blooming Jasmine. And I picked up, it's called a white jasmine for the body wash. Here's a couple of those. And I got like 2 perfumes in here, that jasmine still. And then that freesia that I was showing you, I got a lotion. And then I picked up a rose lotion because I was running out of that one. And like I said, these are all like $3 to $4 instead of paying the almost $20 a bottle. And yeah, they do have deals throughout the year also where you can like buy 2, get 1 free or stuff like that. But again, if you can only pay $3 to $4, if even that, some are even cheaper than that. Some are like $2. So you really have to look closely and, figure that out. But for me, that's when I shop. I don't go, when I do these videos, I'm not buying stuff usually full price. For me, that kind of seems stupid if you don't have to. I like that stores, when they want to get rid of stuff, they will mark stuff down for that reason, especially if it's an older inventory. And so for me, that's definitely a plus because then I save. And that's another beautiful day. That's another one I've had for a while. But all this stuff, I've literally just sat in a box, set it in my closet, and I got it. And it should last 6 months, a year, hopefully. And I have to stock. I have several in my shower. You have the body wash, and then you keep the perfume stuff in your bathroom. And I've actually had people go in my bathroom and they see the stock and they think I spent thousands of dollars. And I just started chuckling because I'm like, I don't shop like that. That's not me. I hate shopping. I don't know about you, but I hate shopping. I've never been a shopper. Even in high school, my friends wanted to go shopping at the mall. I was just like, you're crazy. That's not me. I'll go to a movie, maybe look at 1 or 2 things, but no. But see, I started thinking about why was that? One, I didn't have the money. Even though I worked all through high school, I've been working since I was 9 years old, babysitting on up, having jobs, everything. So it's not that I didn't have my own money. I could afford stuff if I really wanted to put into it. But for me, fashion was never a big thing. So I started thinking, okay, it's not just the money. So what else could be an issue? So I started thinking about my body size. And I realized that was probably a big thing because back then there wasn't a lot of stores that sold plus size clothing. So that's why some of the videos I do, I recommend certain things and I recommend how to shop for them at that store. Like Torrid is one I found. And here I found it's been around for over 20 years. Never knew that one before. So then I started looking at the sizes that they offer at Torrid. Torrid is a size 10, which is a very normal size clothing all the way up to a 30 or a 6X. So for me, that was pretty impressive to see because I was someone that didn't have a lot of friends that were my size. And I started thinking about it. I'm like, that's probably why I didn't do a lot of shopping, was I wasn't the same size as my friends. And to go try stuff on, it made me almost cry because it didn't fit me the same way as my friends. And my friends didn't want to traipse all over looking for the plus size department because it was usually in the back of the store if you're lucky that store had one. So for me, it got to be the point I didn't like shopping. Plus, let me tell you, most of the styles were not my taste. I'm not a big flowery person. So if I show you something with flowers, like, a Temu that I recently bought with a pair of pants that has the flowers, it has to be kind of minor, very tame. It's not going to be one of these super flowery clothes that, you used to see back 15, 20 years ago. That drove me crazy. I wanted to look like my friends, be more in fashion, be more in style. So for me, bringing to you Torrid, that was something that when I found it, I treasured it. Being a plus size person and having those sizes, not having to look frumpy, not having to look, like I didn't fit in with other people, and being able to live on the budget, that was the big thing for me because I'm like, that's expensive clothing. I can't afford that. I'm on a budget. And then I started looking at how Torrid actually helps customers and they actually work with you. Because not only do you walk in the store and they can help you shop, which to me, I'm like, where else can you go that you can get a personal shopper? Because, you walk in the store and they notice you walk in, they will actually come up to you and say, can I take that and go start a fitting room for you? So they will take those clothes out of your arms so you don't even have to carry them around the store, which to me is a big plus because, it makes more room for more stuff. And you can try it on and you don't have to buy anything. If nothing works, they understand that because they get it. They are usually a little bit more plus size women working there. So, and that is what their um, uniform for work is to wear clothes. So they have to understand that not everything's going to fit everybody. But they will ask you what you like and don't like. They will ask you to get you different sizes because that's their job. It's not for you to go in the fitting room and have to go get another size. They're there to help you. So they will write your name on the fitting room so you know which one's yours, where your clothes are, you go and try it on and everything. And it's an added plus. So for me to bring those kind of stores, ideas to you, that's just something I'm trying to bring people, as advice. But I think that's more why I didn't like shopping. You know, it's the whole budget thing and the whole size conscious thing and finding the styles that I liked. These are just some of the reasons that I thought I would start this kind of thrifty budget corner. And let me know which name you like better. Do you like Thrifty Corner? Do you like Budget Corner? Help me kind of figure this out as we go forward. Whichever one, let me know down in the comments which you like better. And I read the comments, so definitely let me know. And we'll go from there and kind of figure this out. And if you have something you'd like me to cover, like I said earlier, put it in the comments and I will try and cover that video. But that's why I wanted to bring you more of an idea of what I mean by living on a budget. Knowing how to go to a store and when to go to that store at the right time. Understanding more of why we do things we do. For me, it's definitely without thinking your body size affects your life. I didn't realize how much my body size affected where I was shopping and why I enjoyed or didn't enjoy shopping. It's the same thing when you go do other activities. Are you allowing that to prevent something or are you just enjoying the moment? And that's something that I encourage most people to do too. Enjoy the moment. Yes, live on a budget. Live, budget friendly, whatever you want to call it, but enjoy the moment. Don't let the moment pass you by. Even if it means you can only afford one. Like say you go out and get a shake and you go to Portillo's, you get the big, large shake and you have 2 or 3 of you. Like what I do with my kids. We'll buy one and then we share it. There's nothing wrong with that. Other people may look at it and think you're crazy, but nobody has to know. And even if they do know, oh, well, it's what you can afford. It's your budget. So don't feel guilty for living on a budget. That's my word of advice. And it's something I have to live by. I have to live with the budget I set and the amount of money I know I have. So I encourage you, always keep your budget in mind with anything you do. Don't go over that. Make sure your bills are paid and then set the budget of what you can do for other things. And then prioritize. What do you need this month? What do you need next month? That's what this new vlog series is about. So let me know what you'd like me to talk about next and we'll go from there. So like I said, comment below and let me know what you think of this kind of vlog. Like it if you like this content and we'll see you in our next video. Bye now.